What's going on? Thank you for joining me. My name is Dr.
Thank you for joining me.
Dr. Bioramba Iboeze, reaching you from Nkolo, Mahadum. Sorry, I have some technical issue as I was trying to come online. Sorry for coming late. My name is Dr. Bioramba Iboeze, reaching you from Nkolo, Mahadum University. Nkolo Mahadum is where we present issue from Biafran and African perspective. And we encourage you to go back to all our videos, all our lectures, introduce your children and well-wishers to all our lectures, all our previous lectures, because we have already have a lot of lessons that you'll be proud to be part of. And so we are really appreciating you in this Mahadum, and we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, like our programs, and comment so that we shall know how you are feeling. Again, thank you for joining me. Today's date in Lunar Calendar, which is Igbo calendar, is our market day in the 4th month of Lunar Calendar. And you know that Lunar Calendar is Igbo calendar. Why in the Roman Catholic calendar, today's date is 28th May 2024. Why we are in the 5th month of the Gregorian Catholic calendar, we are in the 4th month of the Lunar Igbo calendar. And in today's lecture, we shall be discussing why is it that the lunar calendar is not the first calendar we are following in our land, in Biafra land, and in Africa. Why are we following the Catholic Gregorian calendar first instead of following the lunar calendar, which our ancestors were following? So that is one of the issues we're going to be discussing. Also, we shall start to redefine things based on what is going on around the world. We shall start to redefine certain things in the world, like what is genocide and what is world war. Are we really in world war? So as you can see, we have a lot to discuss today. So I have to move fast so that I can be able to cover them within a very short time. So when we talk about the Igbo lunar calendar, we count from market days, Eke, Oye, Avo, Nkwo. So we have 4 market days for week. 4 market days makes 1 week in Igbo calendar. But in the Catholic Gregorian calendar, 7 days makes 1 week. In Igbo calendar, 7 weeks, 7 market days makes 1 month. 7 market days makes 1 month. Because the lunar calendar follows the moon, how the moon rotates, the movement of the moon. It is very scientific, it's natural. That is why our ancestors were following it. It's not only our ancestors that we are following. Other countries, many other countries are still following it up to today. Countries like China, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, Singapore, South Korea, North Korea, Magnolia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and Brunei. About 13 countries still follows the lunar calendar instead of the Roman Catholic Gregorian calendar. We also some notable calendars around the world. The Chinese calendar is one of them. The Hebrew calendar, even the Hebrew calendar, the Israelis also use the lunar calendar. Also, we have Islamic calendar, which means the Muslims also use it. And the Hindu calendar and Thai and others. There's a lot of them. So the lunar calendar is still very popular around the world. And coming back home to Biafra land and the geographical area called Nigeria, the Muslims of Nigeria use lunar calendar. So the question is, why are we Biafrans, why are we other Africans not using our naturally inherited lunar calendar given to us by our ancestors? Why are our leaders, those in government and community leaders, placing the Roman Catholic calendar first with all their celebrations, like Easter, Christmas, and others? Why are they doing that? Instead of following the lunar calendar and giving us holidays when we are doing like Iriji during New Yam Festival. We're supposed to have holidays throughout Igbo land. We're supposed to have like 1 day or 2 days that we do general Yam Festival. And we should have holidays across the whole of Biafra land. Also, places like my town, Oka, that is about to do Egwi Moka this week now or next week. During Egwi Moka, we're supposed to also have, holiday for Oka people. So if there are other celebrations, our natural, cultural celebrations that we are doing, say in Owerri, say in Aba, say in Umuahia, say in Abakaliki, Enugu, around like Port Harcourt, Cross River, all over the cities in Biafra land. The government should be able to give us public holidays on those days, and workers should be paid for those holidays. And that is what we are missing as we continue to place the foreign Roman Catholic calendar above our own lunar calendar. Our lunar calendar should be celebrating the things that come with our culture. That should be the right thing to do. And that is why Nkoloma Hadum decided to touch more on that, because always when we were opening our programs, we usually advise you to always follow your calendar, your lunar calendar. That is what we should be following. We should make it first. Our government leaders, community leaders, and everybody should try to make our lunar calendar the first. Make sure it is being taught in schools. Make sure it's being publicized everywhere for everybody to know how to, use them, how to count them, and how to use them. And the government should be able to be giving the people holidays, during some celebrations in our land. It is very, very, very important. Before we continue, we will advise you again to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our program, follow us on Facebook and Twitter and other social media platforms. Because if you do, you will be the one to be getting information whenever we produce a new lecture. And also, you will be the one to be getting all the knowledge. All this knowledge. Remember, we told you, we have to be preparing lectures where your mind doesn't even go to. Lectures that are not being taught in our land, not taught in our schools. This university is for everybody. Whether you are a PhD holder, whether you are a trader, whether you are a farmer, our university is for all of us to make sure that we know things that ordinarily will not be taught in our schools, most of them. So the second issue we are treating today is, it is time we Biafrans and Africans start to redefine things that the Europeans have defined, but they are not following it the way they should be following it. In this 21st century, Nkola Mahadum thought that it is wise now for we Biafrans and Africans to start to define things our own way and call a spade at the right time. For example, the issue of deciding what constitutes genocide and what does not is something that is still very, very, which I cannot understand as a Biafran. That in 1994, the Hutus in Rwanda killed about 800 Tutsis within 100 days, and it was declared a genocide. But the Iraqi war that killed almost 650,000 people, according to Lancet survey, nobody had anything about genocide. The current Israeli-Palestinian/Gaza war, Hamas war, currently going on, about 24,000 people have been killed. And yet nobody is calling it a genocide. So we Biafrans, we Africans, we should start to redefine things. How much worth is human life? If human beings, we that claim that we are human beings, we are on top of all mammals, we know everything, how can we allow ourselves to be killed in this way? And it's now becoming like a normality. So Nkola Mahadum is of the opinion that these days, genocide should constitute whenever 20 people are killed anywhere. Whenever 20 people, we are of the opinion, but you can also amend it the way you want. But Nkola Mahadum is feeling that human lives are being wasted, as if we are animals, and nothing is being done. So Nkola Mahadum is saying that whenever we kill 20 human beings loses their life, that should be declared genocide. It should be declared genocide. We shouldn't wait until it is 800, 1,000, 24,000, and yet, and then come down to the Nigerian Biafran war. Some people say it's 3 million, some say it's 4, some say it's 5, some say it's 7, yet it's not declared a genocide. What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world are we living in? This idea of classifying A as genocide and B as not genocide when many number of people were killed doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. So Nkolama had me suggesting that we redefine these things to make sense so that anytime more than 20 people, 20 human beings are killed, that killing should be regarded as a genocide. That's the proposition of Nkolama Adam, because a lot of human lives are being wasted every day across the world. If it's by natural disaster, it's understandable. But humans shooting fellow human beings, bombing properties built by man, destroying things in that way, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening in a normal, civilized society. Sometimes we call ourselves civilized, but our actions, the way we treat the killing of people, does not correspond to that kind of civilization that a lot of people claim around the world. So Nkolama had me suggesting that henceforth, anytime more than 20 people are killed, we should regard that as genocide. And in future, we shall also be placing number to properties being destroyed. Properties labored by man, built by man, will be destroyed within few minutes or seconds, and nothing is done. Everybody turns their eyes the other way. Nkolama Adam think that that's not right. And that's why Nkolama Adam is thinking that Africans, Biafrans, we should start right now to redefine things based on how it suits our culture. Then the last thing we wanted to present today is we want to also redefine what is World War. Because now, Nkolama Adam believe that we're already in Third World War. With what is going on across the world today, you can agree with us. We are already in Third World War. Do not wait until somebody else tells you before you believe that we are now in World War. No. With what is going on, we are in Third World War already. Look at the war in Ukraine. Ukraine fighting with Russia, being backed by Europeans. How many lives have been lost over there? How many properties have been lost over there? And for how many years now? Look at the conflict in Israel. How many people are fighting there? America, France, Britain, Germany, all of them are fighting there, supporting Israel. The same way the Europeans, America, France, Britain, Germany, are also supporting Ukraine against Russia. And who is Israel fighting? Israel is fighting Hamas, Iran, the Houthis, Lebanon, and Syria. Isn't that enough to be a Third World War? How many countries are involved? How many lives are being lost every day? Plus the one the Chinese and the Europeans, America being in front, are doing in Taiwan. They're already fighting over there, except that they haven't started shooting guns. But they've been fighting diplomatic battle, political battle, and all kinds of battle as to who is in control of, who will be in control of Taiwan. Then when you come down to Africa, In Sudan, they are fighting in Sudan, divided into two. One being supported by Russia, the other one being supported by Europeans. So, Nkoloma Hadum is telling you today that we are already in Third World War. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't not wait until somebody else tells you. That's the problem we Africans have. We cannot come up with things and start with it. Instead, we are waiting for somebody else somewhere to tell you, oh, now we are in Third World War before you will agree. Are you not seeing what is going on across the world? Is that the type of world you want to live in? And more wars may be coming as we speak. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. The wars will be expanding with a lot of people joining each side. So it's gradually expanding. And before we continue, we will beg you again to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and like our program and comment so that we know how you are feeling. And go back to all our lectures and listen to them. And you will know that they are very, very, very good lectures that you're supposed to know. Things you're supposed to know. Those things we are preparing and giving it to you from the ego eye of a Biafran, an indigenous African and Biafran, so that you see the world the way you're supposed to see it. Don't be seeing things from somebody else's angle. See things from the eye of a black man, the eye of a Biafran, the eye of an indigenous African. That's how we can be able to survive in this turbulent world. So we said in Nkoloma Hadum that we shall be keeping things short. And that's why we shall be bringing this lecture to an end. But your takeaway today is that we're supposed to place our lunar calendar first, while the Roman Catholic calendar comes second. That will give us the advantage of having holidays, government pronouncing holidays in many of the activities that we are having in our land, like Iriji Festival, or some festival like Imoka Festival in Oka that's about to take place in few days now. We're supposed to have holidays, paid holidays, you know? And also for you to know that Africans should start to redefine things the way they see it. We shouldn't be waiting for somebody else to define things for us. Somebody telling you that the Biafran, Nigerian Biafran war, genocide war, and killings and destructions of Biafran people that lost almost, some say it's 4, 5, 7 million people. It's not a genocidal war, and you are believing that? The answer is no. That the war in Iraq that killed almost 650,000 people is not genocide? That the one going on in Israel right now, Israel and Gaza and Hamas, is not genocide? What else is genocide? Come on. You have to reason. That's why you're here at Nkoloma Hadum. That's why we are here, so you can use your common sense. Don't believe what somebody else is telling you. That's not the way to go. And then in terms of world wars, we are already in Third World War. That's what Nkoloma Hadum wants you to know. With all the wars going on around the world right now, we are already in Third World War. These are the things Nkoloma Hadum wants you to know. And with this, we shall be bringing this lecture to an end. But before we do, we must advise you to please support the Eastern Security Network, set up by our mostly trusted, tested, and trusted leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and IPOB, to protect our farmlands and forests against Fulani herdsmen terrorists who are using those places to launch attacks on our people, killing our people. This will help our people to go back to the farm and produce food in quantum so that we can have food in our land. It's very, very, very important. Do not shy away from it. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Again, my name is Obioramba Iboeze. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day.